And can I just say, this has been probably about the 15th video that I have recorded saying, hey guys, it's Mickey, I just came on to say hello. Seriously, I've tried this so many times, but one of the things that I wanted to share with you was Super Bowl Sunday. I was doing one of the 15. I was actually flat ironing my hair, and it was 1 o'clock in the morning. I couldn't sleep. I was up, and I was flat ironing my hair, and I hear this. I had the radio on. I'm here in the studio. I had the radio on, and I hear this loud sound that sounded like it was like right here, but it sounded like a ferocious earthquake or something. I'm like, and that was over the music, but it still sounded like it was right there. So it was kind of scary, and so I paused and I opened the door, and I'm walking out to my front door to look to see. I'm like, it sounded like it was in the front of the house. So as I'm walking to the windows to peek out of the windows on my doors, I said, please don't tell me that somebody just hit my car. So I lift up the shade, and sure enough, oh my gosh, this car had slammed into the back of my car. So here's my car. Here's my neighbor's truck, and we're parked. I'm parked behind him. He lives next door. And this car, you can see this little car was driving, was speeding, and just, there were no brakes, no skid marks or nothing, which is why the sound was so loud, and just boom, right into my car, head on for her, hit my car, knocked my car into the neighbor's truck, bounced off. My car was instantly totaled. And then her car was still stuck to the back of mine right here. She was drunk, 17, texting while driving. They get out of the car. Luckily for them, they weren't hurt. Luckily for me, I wasn't even in the car. This was Super Bowl Sunday, February 3rd of 2014. And I'm just like I'm just like in shock. I was gonna say freaked out. Both. I was freaked out, and I was kind of in shock, because I was like, wow. You know, I'm home doing what I'm supposed to be doing. How does this happen? The car's in front of the house. So the cars now, the two that were stuck together right here, they catch on fire. What? Now my car's on fire? Now I'm trying to think. First of all, I'm just like, dang, my car is totaled. Now I gotta go from my car being totaled to what's in my car that's about to burn up. While the car is on fire, I'm on with the police department, and I'm like, now you gotta send the fire truck because the flames are igniting, and they were like from 0 to 60. I'm like, I've never seen a fire flare up so quickly. While the fire is flaring up, and I'm on with the 911 or the police department, whoever they transfer me to, the girls flee the scene. They take off on foot. Luckily, my neighbors were out there, because his truck also was hit. His back bumper had a little damage, nowhere near as much as mine, because I got sandwiched, but his back passenger side was had some damage to it. So he was pissed because he saw them fleeing. So he hopped in his car, and his son hopped in his car. Then they had to go and drive the neighborhood and find him. They found the driver and made her come back, but the passenger never came back. The police officers came, the fire department came. Mind you, this is 1 in the morning. Okay, and let me just back up real quick. 1 o'clock in the morning, I was flat ironing my hair. I was trying to do a video with my hair flat ironed, just to give an update on my hair and say, hey, you know, I'm back. So when it happened, I had my hair in 7 Bantu knots. And as I was flat ironing each section, I would flat iron it, and then I would roll it up like a loose pin curl. So I had about 5 sections done. So they were flat ironed and then loosely pin curled, like on this side. And then I had, I think, 3 sections left. So I had 2 more Bantu knots that hadn't been flat ironed, but just still Bantu knots. Then I had the 1 section I was working on when it happened that was just hanging down. I was outside looking like this. Let me give you that look again. So anyway, I was outside looking crazy. This is how much shock I was in. I'm standing out there. I know, and I notice when I'm talking to my neighbors and everything, they're looking at me. And you know how people, like, once you start calming down a little, you kind of notice things. And I'm like, she's looking at me kind of crazy. And then I touched my head. I'm like, I thought in my mind I had grabbed the hat or something. So to top it off, I'm looking crazy. So I said, let me go run to the house real quick and get a jacket. But I went and put some over my head. It was still looking crazy. But I was actually out there in the raw like that, looking crazy. So needless to say, the police officers come. They give her a sobriety test. She fails it. They handcuff her, take her to jail. Now, did I say she's 17 years old? She was out past curfew. She should not have had anyone in the car, child, adult, whatever. She had a passenger. She should not have had a passenger in the car. She was drunk, under the influence, and she was texting. When I went outside and to find out, oh my gosh, are you guys okay? She hops out of the car, and they're like, yeah, we're okay. And she goes, I'm so sorry, I hit your car. I was texting while driving. That was the first thing out of her mouth. Okay, not good, not good, not acceptable, beyond not good. My car was paid off. It was my newer car. I only had it for 3 years. I bought it brand new, and it had low mileage, just like a brand new car when they came in. Anyways, I'm kind of reliving it now, but I'm okay. It all worked out. But this was one of the big things I think in 2014 is going to start off great, and this happened. I was like, oh, come on, we got to do better than this year. So needless to say, they took her to jail. Luckily she had insurance. Her mom came, police officers came. It was like all this was happening in front of my house, and I know everybody on the street was out because it was so loud, but I know they were all wondering like, what the heck is going on? Luckily no one was hurt. So she had insurance. Thank God, because I had insurance, but because I'm a good driver, I just had minimum liability, trying to keep costs down. Lesson learned, people. Don't cheap out on the insurance. All it means is nothing's happened to you yet. That's what insurance is for. Statistically, something's going to happen at some point in your life. If you escape it, you are very, very fortunate. I won't even say lucky, I'll say fortunate. But if her mom was not carrying her on her insurance, on her full policy, I would have been screwed. My car was paid off. It was like, I think I paid like $22,500 or something for that car. It was a Kia Optima. And I'll try to insert some pictures in here somewhere of the footage that I was able to get. But had she not had insurance, I would have been screwed. So, and I wasn't even in the car. I wouldn't even have had a case. No bodily damage, nothing for an attorney to even work with. So that was just like another situation on top of all the stuff I was trying to get off of me already. But that one was huge for me because I'd never had anything like that happen in my life. And you're thinking you're at home doing what you're supposed to do and minding my own business, and this just comes literally to your doorstep. So that's the story that I've been wanting to share with you guys, and just let you know, teenagers, make better choices. Do not drink and drive. You know this, you hear it, you go out and do it, and then something happens and then you want to sober up. That's not the time. Listen to your parents. Listen to society. If everybody's saying the same thing, it can't be good. We got to put on our common sense caps now. You know, I was all over Janaea after that happened. For my new subscribers, Janaea is my daughter. If she's in this driving, she's driving now.